you get a check. Choose any one of these amounts. Is there really any amount that you see here that you wouldn't like getting in the mail at any particular point in the month? Marketing. Okay. Now, guys, marketing, if we ever meet somewhere and we don't know each other and we're networking and you say, so Lee, what do you do? Now, guys, I do a lot of things, right? I'm a real estate investor. I have a rental portfolio. I'm a private money lender. I'm a private money broker. We have a servicing company. We service hundreds of millions of dollars of loans. We sell paper. What else do? We teach people real estate investing. And we've got a lot going on, right? But if you ask me, so Lee, what do you do? My answer is going to be, I'm a marketer. Because guys, if we are not marketing, we're not generating any income. Marketing is making the phone ring. Sales is closing the caller. Guys, if you don't know marketing, you need to become a student of marketing, and specifically marketing for motivated sellers for real estate investment opportunities, and marketing for motivated borrowers for real estate brokering opportunities. We're going to use the rule of 54, 25 letters, 25 phone calls, 4 loan packets submitted. That's it. If you guys will just stick to that cadence for every week, for 52 weeks, you're going to be very, very excited with the results. Okay. Now, a lot of this stuff has gone to digital marketing, Facebook, Craigslist, LinkedIn. And if you are not technically savvy, good, because I'm not either, right? And you do not need to be technically savvy to be a good marketer, but you do have to understand the metrics, the KPIs, the key performance indicators of what exactly it is you're trying to accomplish. How many leads a week are you trying to produce? How many leads do you need to produce in a week to generate income? What are you spending to produce those leads? What are those leads producing in income to give you your revenue per lead or your return on ad spend? So all of these things that relates to marketing have nothing to do with being the tactician of marketing. So I have a team of marketers, our VAs do marketing. As long as you can tell them what it is you're trying to accomplish, they can go out and accomplish it. So again, do not hear marketing and digital marketing. Do not let that overwhelm you into thinking that, oh, well, I'm too old, or I got into the whole computer thing too late, or I don't know anything about Facebook or digital marketing. Great. Neither do I. But I know what I'm looking to accomplish. This is how many leads a week that I need. Here's what I'm willing to spend to get that lead. Here's the revenue that lead needs to produce. All of those things. And guys, we teach all of this during the broker certification training. Now, Al Watson has taken this whole marketing thing and done some pretty incredible things with it. Now, he was living in Detroit, Michigan. He is a busy single father who spends much of his free time caring for his sons. He's a single dad, 2 sons, from helping with their homework to taking them to baseball practice and tournaments. And on top of that, he's also caring for his aging parents. Now, this is an age group that many of us in the 40 and the 50-year-old range, we have parents that are getting up in years and they are needing more and more help, more assistance. And this is really consuming a lot of your time to the point that you don't really have enough time for work and taking care of them. And that's kind of where Al was at. So he was looking for an opportunity. Now, one time, Al was what he called the short sale king, and he had negotiated 100 short sales in a year. And then COVID hit. And that income source through short sales was a problem, as well as his job as a catering manager. We all know what happened during COVID. Hospitality literally disappeared. He says that despite that, he says COVID was a blessing because it gave him time to breathe, collect his thoughts, and brainstorm. Now, having some background in real estate, Al was always fascinated by the individuals who could bring money to the table to fund a deal. And he often wondered, where are they getting all of this money and how can I do this? Now, Al knew he wanted to be on that side of the transaction and began researching ways to become the money connector. Al was introduced to the Lee Arnold System of real estate investing through a mutual friend, and he invested in Lee's Money Broker Blueprint home study course and his broker certification program. Now, these two courses gave Al a crystal clear path on how to be on the money side of the transaction without having to use any of his money to fund a deal. And he threw himself entirely into the broker strategy and found it satisfied both his entrepreneurial thirst as well as his desire to do something worthwhile by helping others achieve financial freedom. To know that you've affected someone's life like that, it's indescribable, he says. I love this industry and what I'm doing. I've never been this happy before in my personal life. Now, some of his marketing endeavors. He finished a book for beginning borrowers, teaching them how to navigate through the loan process. He created digital and direct marketing campaigns to bring in borrowers. He also goes to a lot of local real estate investor meetings. He does a lot of networking where he creates relationships, and he does daily follow-up texting in the morning for clients to see where they are in their search for the loan process or where they're at in their search. Now, let me warn you, Al's got a lot of transactions, okay? So we'll go through these together. Deal one, $2,775, then $1,800, then $1,950. Then on this deal, he got $1,800. On the next one, he got $2,880. On the next one, he got a check for $4,582.50. Then he brought this deal to us. He made $3,540. On the next one, he got a check for $2,994.23. Then he brokered this deal. He got a check for $3,750. Then on this deal, he got a check for $2,092.50. Then another check for $3,645. And then another check for $2,850. Then he got a check for $4,485, another one for $1,128, another one for $1,098. Then he got one for $4,192.50, then one for $2,325, then another one for $6,825, then one for $2,775, then another one for $4,420, then he got another one for $3,900. Then he got this check for $3,705, another one for $5,557.50, and then on this little house he got a check for $2,376. Then he got this check for $6,630, this one for $3,315, then this one for $2,450. Then on this one he got $1,850, then on this one $4,680. Added all together, $96,325.78 in fees without buying or flipping real estate. Now, what this does is it creates a business without tail. I want you guys to write that term down, a business without tail, all right? Now, tail in a business is if you are buying rental property, for example, right? So you buy the property, you get a mortgage loan. Well, now you have to make a payment every month, and you have property taxes that are due every year, and you have property insurance that has to be paid. You have tenants that you have to put in there and maintain, and you have to collect money from those tenants. So every part of this business creates ongoing tail. The thing that I love about the brokering business is you help somebody else get access to funding, and you're out. You get a check. I mean, choose any one of these amounts. Are you kidding? Is there really any amount that you see here that you wouldn't like getting in the mail at any particular point in the month, right? And I'm just toggling through all of these broker fees that Al has received. Let's see, the high one. I'm looking for the high one. I thought there's one for like $6,000. Here's a little small one. That's $1,098. Yeah, there it is. There's a check for $6,800. So from $1,098 on the low to $6,800 on the high. There's another one for $6,600. But just these little pops, these little base run hits you guys have produced $96,000 in fees. And these are just the loans that Al has closed with Kogo Capital. This does not include all of the deals that he has done with other lenders. Now, here's what Al said about the program. He said, when I started, I already understood real estate and how to structure deals, which was extremely helpful with my clients. He says, with Lee's training, I've learned the lending process. It was arguably the best thing for me and the best investment I've ever made. I don't look at education as spending money. I look at it as an investment.